You are now tuning into The Vibe with your boys podcast. Starring Kyle the Kid and Mega the Boy. You dig?
You good? You're not trying to be thoughtful, brother. There's serious business going on outside. It's your boy Kyle the Kid and Mega the Boy, and welcome to another episode of Vibe with Your Boys podcast. One of the last few episodes of Vibe with Your Boys podcast of 2021.
Did your ideas ever come?
Yes, we are here to discuss. You good? I can continue.
3, 2, 1, your pen. I'm sorry. Go ahead. That's one of the best songs on the album.
You know what? I want one of your resolutions to be for 2022.
Come to life.
Allow me to be able to get through opening without you interrupting me.
Are you good or not? If you're good, 3, 2, 1, the pen shouldn't stop you. That shouldn't stop you. That should motivate you. Come to life. Did your ideas ever come? Come on, bro. Go ahead. I'm let you go ahead and do your little spill.
As I was saying, yes, we are here to discuss some of the moments that we care about.
Yeah.
It's important to put that in there because we're not going to get everything. It's been a long year. The last 2 years have been longer than usual or faster than usual, depending on how you've been spending them.
Probably fast.
And a lot has happened, but we're going to, try to get to the stuff that we care about. Some of the stuff that we remember, that we were able to, gather of 2021 as it comes to a close. Hopefully you guys had a good year. Was able to stay healthy, stay safe. Was able to make it through some of the trials and tribulations, the battles that you went through. And you guys are going into 2022 with a strong mindset. And, on the way to a new path.
You know what I just thought about? This year and last year started opposite. Like last year, the beginning of last year was like ravaged, like being ravaged through with COVID, people dying and stuff. Towards the end of last year, it kind of slowed down a little bit. This year, it started off slow and picked up like throughout the year. It started getting worse.
Yeah, if you're talking about the beginning of 2020 being March, because in January
First quarter.
Yeah, January and stuff, February. We thought it was going to be a good old regular plain old year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, that was until about 3 weeks into January and Kobe died.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
And that's following.
Yeah, after that.
Yeah, that's following Juice WRLD dying in December.
Yeah, that's when the world with the shit.
So.
Never mind. We was doing from the beginning of 2020.
Yeah, we never stood a chance.
But yeah, 2021, a few more days left. At the time of this recording, Christmas Eve. Hopefully, by the time this comes out, Monday should come out Monday. But yeah, man. Real quick, how's your 2021 been?
No, it's copacetic. Nothing crazy happened, good or bad.
Not bad.
2020 was better for me at least, but
2020 was better.
Probably. That's saying a lot.
2021 was a solid year. I could say that it had the potential with a few better decisions and things like that nature had the potential to be better than 2020.
Yeah.
Potential to be better than 2020. But I can't complain. God saw me through another year, ups and downs. I was able to stay afloat. I can't complain. 2022 definitely looking very promising. Hopefully, as we're ushering in the new age of just things of the younger generation.
Crypto and shit?
Yeah, I was about to say, the transfer of wealth, as people like to call it, and things like that. 2022 looks very promising.
Oh, it better be promising. Oh boy.
Yeah. And hopefully it's looking good for you guys as well. I'm going in with a
Kind of got no choice. I mean, I can't say not gonna can't say I got no choice because it's not in my hands. But if it take my lead, you know what I'm saying.
most deaf. So, but yeah, man. Positivity. Hope you guys staying focused, getting focused, locking in, because 2022 can't be out here playing, and just trying to get things done. Know what I'm saying?
Just into it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So let's get into it. 2021. I have a few things on the list here. Now let's see. Let's see what I should start with. You know what? I think I'm gonna start with the quote unquote head of the snake.
Come to life.
Joe Biden. Joe Biden, the quote unquote head of the snake, the president of the United States.
Hey Joe, you out of there, Jack? I'm be honest with you, Joe. I might vote against you next year. I mean, the next presidential election, I might just vote against you. I could just not vote, but I might just vote against you. I just don't like the fact, like, he didn't even try. Like, he didn't even try to, like, fake the funk. Because usually presidents fake the funk to the end of their term or the end of the 2 terms. He didn't even try to fake the funk. He just came out like, nah, bro, y'all ain't getting that little 10 band y'all thought y'all was going to get. You're not getting that shit. He didn't fake the funk. I mean, granted, I don't got to worry about it. I was going to get the 10 bands anyways because I saved myself the money from the jump. I ain't put my financial responsibility in nobody else's hands. But yeah, he out of there. Matter of fact, he might as well say he gonna step down. He not gonna run again because of health and shit. Because you're not gonna get reelected. Matter of fact, it might be the lowest turnout amongst black voters ever. You're not going back on that in that office. Matter of fact, you might leave the office before time. Like you might leave before the election comes. Because you gotta worry about it. Just start planning vacation.
You could tell all that off his first 10
months. He out of there. Unless he got some miracle up the sleeve.
I mean, he got, 3 years and 2 months left, ain't it?
Kyle, his very first, his main promise about this election throughout the whole election process, he turned down and said, I'm not doing it. During the first year. He out of there.
Talking about the cancel student loans?
That's the main basis of his run. I'm going to cancel student loans or I'm going to help cancel and all this extra shit.
I mean, he did, what'd you call it? He paused them for
students could pause their own loans, to be honest with you. He didn't really do much.
So he paused them for I don't know however long it was, 8 months or whatever.
8 months.
And then it came up to decide whether he was going to extend it or, have them continue becoming active again. Mm-hmm. And the first initial reports came out and said that he wasn't. Mm-hmm. And then that's when the uproar came. And this is just recently. And people was saying he hoodwinked and this and that. And then it came out maybe a few days later that he's giving it an extension of 6 months or something like that.
Because they were about to take him out of the office. They were about to pick him up. Yeah, he was like, hold on, chill. Let me get my affairs in order. Let me buy some time.
They had his bags packed.
Yeah. He was like, no, hold on, let me get my affairs in order. 6 months should be enough time for me to get my affairs in order. Well, he from Vermont or some shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, he could. He probably get a little crib in Vermont.
That boy said I wasn't planning to be moving so soon.
Yeah, I mean, let me buy some time. That's all it was. He just bought some time.
When it's all said and done, assuming he doesn't get another term, he's going to have lived 12 years in the White House.
That's cool. I mean,
that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Damn, when you put it like that, 16 years if you do get another term, that's crazy. That is
12
crazy.
years in the White House, he would have lived.
I mean, you would look at it and be like, that's a pretty good life, but then, stress and all that extra shit.
I mean, yeah.
And on top of that, did you hear that him and Kamala not really getting along?
I mean, can't be that much stuff when you ain't doing shit. But,
besides canceling shit, him and Kamala, they're not getting along.
I mean, and I think with us watching certain shows and stuff like that, you kind of realize because art imitates life. But the whole president and vice president thing being best friends isn't necessarily true. At all, at any level. You usually get like the running mate, quote, vice president that you think is going to not only help you win, but in the areas you lack,
they pick
they
up.
could pick up and
Yeah,
things like
come on.
that. And even though you get the final say as president, you feel me?
Unless you're George Bush, because George Bush wasn't doing shit.
Let me so they say.
Yeah.
So they say. You get the final say. You know, the vice president, you know, gives your advice. It's basically like your first advisor, basically, into where you could either lean or not lean on. And so those reports aren't surprising. I mean, she's what, a 40-year-old, 50-year-old woman, and he's what, 80 something. I mean, not really. She's
Who's already been through this already.
yeah.
Like, it's about like, bro, you really can't tell me shit about this.
Yeah.
If he really want to be arrogant, he struck me as somebody that has a little arrogance to him. Like, it's Joe. Like,
Yeah. So yeah, that's not too surprising, but I wouldn't give too much weight to it. At the end of the day, they're on the same team. They're gonna have their disagreements. There's gonna be a lot of stuff that they're gonna stand strong together on. So it is what it is. You could see towards the end, Trump and Mike Pence didn't get along that great as well.
yeah, because he was googling. That because he was googling though.
Yeah, Mike Pence was like
Like,
trying to like seem like he was trying to distance himself to where Trump started talking bad about him.
Yeah, he was googling.
So, I mean, it is what it is. It doesn't really carry too much weight, but yeah, Joe Biden, I would say, it's not looking the best for him. Just off of not even campaign promises. I think people are just having the feeling that Trump was better, and I'm not here to say that he is or isn't. It's just off of public opinion, because the public is who puts into power, and I'm hearing a lot of talk about during the Trump administration, especially during the last year or so, there was more chances to gain access to money and funds and what people know as pandemic relief. But I think we just have to call it what it is, pandemic relief. I mean, we were supposed to be getting out of a pandemic, meaning, less quote unquote bailouts. Man, that boy phone jumped in. Busybody. But yeah, so it's whatever side of the spectrum you're looking at. But Joe Biden, one thing for sure, he does need to step up.
Step up, step out.
Step up, step out.
Step.
There's rumblings that Trump may want to run again in 2024. They're both gonna be damn near pushing 90.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
To be honest,
if Trump didn't do that January 6th shit, he would have won a re-election or election. If he didn't do that Capitol, I don't think.
What you mean? The
January
January 6th happened,
riots.
but that happened after the election was done.
I'm saying the new election, like, coming up.
Oh, you think that he would win in 2024?
He would have ran. He would have won because people. One, I feel like right now he wouldn't win because I don't think they will give him the opportunity to run. Actually.
Oh yeah, his party not
They're
nominating.
not backing that after the way
People are going to end up probably either. America doesn't want to put its leaders in jail, but people are going to face some serious penalties. What they call infractions and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
and so that's something to think about too. His party probably not going to want to put him out in front and give him that nod to do it.
After what happened,
he may, if he does want to run, he may have to run as an independent or some shit like that.
Shit, he might have the best chance to win being an independent. Shit.
So, but yeah, that's something to think about as well too.
And historically, Democrats don't really like Republicans. Like, if you want to talk about financially, weird enough, historically, we have a better chance to make money under Republicans than we do the Democrats, and that's just historically speaking. Like, Democrats don't really put money, but even though the pandemic shit, y'all stupid.
It depends of the lifestyle.
Unless you're Bill Clinton or something. Bill Clinton had the economy booming.
Yeah, Bill definitely did. But it's dependent on the type of lifestyle you're trying to live. I think, and I could be wrong, the middle class should, and I think has done better under Republicans. Under Republicans, they have done better. Okay, because I was saying that maybe the middle class has done better under the Democrats, and under the Democrats are people like who are looking to make money, like flip or do things like that, or invest. Probably have not made as much money.
The upper class, you gotta think about it. The upper class and middle class. Upper class, they dish out so much taxes and shit on the Democrats. Really, the only people that really do well is the lower bottom people under the Democrats, because programs and all that extra shit.
Yeah, so not so much. I was like saying like the middle class, like not like the suburban middle class family. I was talking about people in the lower middle class or people like in the hoods and things like that. Those people end up usually benefiting under a Democratic presidency, to where people, once you hit a certain tax bracket under the Democratic presidency, they may not benefit as much due to more taxes having to be paid out and things like that. So that's where I was leaning. And Republicans, they look out for their own as far as, their white, rich, conglomerates and things like that, to where, tax breaks and things like that, and where it's benefiting their few friends, but it's actually benefiting the other black investor or things like that who now has opportunity to make more money or pay less taxes. So, hey, it's what it is. But Joe, you have 3 more years to do something, maybe 2. Because they say, your first 90 days... They
started packing already, bro.
Your first 90 days kind of determine...
Yeah, how the rest of your term will go.
So...
What you put...
You're way past your first 90 days. So, let's see. We're not going to spend too much more time talking about Byron.
I wonder how this affects Kamala future, I guess, presidential...
I don't think we see a woman president anytime soon. And
even if they blew it out the water, like they did 30% of what they said they was going to do.
Should be told, people are not too hot on her.
Yeah.
People are not too hot on her. I think the people that were voting for them were more hot on Joe Biden than her as, a vice president. Yeah, she's the first woman vice president, and she did rally a lot of women support, but her sightings and showings since they've won hasn't been too promising. So I don't think she can win as the primary. Like, she would have to have like a great vice president choice.
Like Barack or some shit.
Yeah, damn near. And I don't think she's gonna get anything like that. So, but we'll see. Let's see what we got next on the list.
Joe, you out of that jack.
Let's see. Where do I want to take it? All right, so yeah, going from Joe, let's talk about our new to old friend that just won't seem to go away, coronavirus. Yes, sir, coronavirus spun the block. In the beginning, through middle of the year, it seemed like it was trying to spin, but people wasn't caring. People was back outside, clubbing. Didn't really hear the media talk about it too much. We had January 6th riots to talk about, and riots in Milwaukee, George Floyd, and things like that, and Kenosha shootings, and all this type of different stuff to talk about, so coronavirus kind of took like a back seat to the stuff, but then it said, I don't feel like y'all talking about me enough, so let me just come with Delta, and Delta made a little noise. We was talking about Delta and things like that, and this last, 2 months, starting in like November, Omicron?
Yeah, Mario.
Omicron and Marion has been hitting the streets, and it seems like, or it's giving the feeling that we're nearing another lockdown. Death tolls are rising.
To be honest, if you have people that work in the hospital, that shit never went nowhere.
And yeah, that's something me and you always talked about. I never got the feeling that it went away. The thing with the news is, and I kind of agree with people to an extent, that the news is a lot of propaganda to where making it seem like certain things are worse than what it is. But at the same time, I've always felt that coronavirus, even though I feel like definitely early on, the news was, because the news been talking about this thing as serious as it was before we even got to the height of 900,000 deaths. Yeah, so the conspiracy theories, they had their work cut out for them trying to figure out where this coronavirus came from, and vaccines started going out more and more this year. Real quick, they said with the last 10 months of Trump's presidency and the first 10 months of Biden's presidency, less people have died from coronavirus, whether that's to, the vaccines or whatnot, I'm not sure, but that's the statistical fact of it.
That don't mean much because we wasn't outside last year.
Yeah.
People are outside now, so.
Yeah, so,
But I feel like they're trying to push the vaccines even more. Like the whole boosters and everything, so I feel like they're going to hype it up. This shit never went nowhere, bro. Like, they make it seem like, oh, it's a resurgence. It's not really a resurgence. You might change up the name. From Delta to JetBlue to Marion, it doesn't matter. But like I said, if you know people that work in the hospital, they've been saying, like, bro, be careful. That shit ain't going nowhere.
I am hearing people say that with the Omicron, it is like more and more and more and more and more, like, you feel me? Like, it's never really went away, but like I see like, oh, it's like nasty. It isn't going nowhere.
But I hear that it's easier to get, but it's less people are dying from it.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
yeah, that's something I'm seeing too. But
is it like the flu? I mean,
the news comes different every time. I'm not really sure.
Look, man, how I feel about this COVID shit, bro. This shit not going nowhere. This is the new flu.
Yeah. This is
just like when the flu came through, it killed people. They came up with a vaccine. Now people learn how to live with it. It's gonna be the same shit. If you pro shots or whatever, pro vaccine, take it. If you're not, then move safe, I guess.
Yeah, I think the whole if you don't get the vaccine, you're crazy, you're this, you're that. If you do get the vaccine, you're crazy, you're this and that. I think it just comes down to people doing what they want to do. People respecting other people's beliefs. But I have to come down to that. I think one thing that shouldn't really be debatable at this point is wearing a fucking mask. But that's the least you could do. Vaccinated or not, because it's proven that just because you have the vaccine, you can still spread it, and definitely if you don't, you can still spread it. So just that common courtesy, like being around your family. If you're going to be around your family, like when you go out, you feel me? Wear a mask. You're going to be around people. You choose to go to the club for whatever reason. Wear a mask because you're going to be around your family. You're not going to be inside your house around your family wearing a mask 8 times out of 10. So just wear a mask. Whether you want to get vaccinated or not, because I've been blessed, over this almost 2 years to not have contacted corona. Hopefully I want to keep it that way. So, and granted, I don't go nowhere. So that's that. And I try to remember to wear a mask as much as possible. But
even places that say you don't have to wear a mask, I usually wear a mask regardless. Unless I just forgot it, then I'm not going to go back home and get a mask.
Yeah, that's the only time. Like if I forget it, then I try to just get in and out. But yeah, and like you said, I think corona has become the new normal. It's not going anywhere. People have to adjust and learn to
That's why I keep hearing
lockdown.
I'm like, we're not going to
Yeah, I don't think so either.
The financial hit that we took last year as a country, as a nation, we're not going back in lockdown. We're gonna find a way. They're gonna make sure we find a way, or we're gonna have to find a way to live with it. Ain't no more lockdown. Unless some fucking zombie apocalypse start happening and shit, I think everybody's going to a motherfucking lockdown then, but by themselves. Like, yeah, we're not going to lockdown. So live with it. I wouldn't mind another little check, though, if they want to throw a check out there.
Yeah, I mean, that's always welcome.
Oh, welcome. Lower gas prices. Oh, my God. This is ridiculous, bro. Makes no fucking sense. Bro, like over $100 in the last 3 weeks, I feel like I spent. Bro, I filled up 2 times. They need to throw that shit up, bro. Bro, fuck that, bro. I'm about to get a Tesla. I'm about to get a Tesla.
I'm trying to tell you.
Shit,
trying
man.
to tell you.
Gas prices,
Transitioning to.
Hey, Joe, you out of there, Jack?
You hear that fuck nigga said, I ain't let's talk like that. But like, you heard that man said that gas prices are going down? Where?
Where they going? down the fucking hell. The fuck, nigga? I'm about to get a
Bro.
bite, nigga. Get a bite, bro. This shit
That man said it's going down. And that's crazy. He said it like a few days ago.
Okay. It probably didn't take effect yet.
Okay, yeah.
The money that he was going to give to the colleges or the students, he probably going to put it into like the oil industry or some shit.
Transitioning. Another side effect of the pandemic. Good side effect. PPP. It started last year hitting the streets, and this year definitely blessed the streets. But it seems like for you guys who went above and beyond with the $1 million schemes and all that,
You out of there.
it's coming back.
Yeah, you out of there, man.
I used to have a saying with some of my friends that big come back quick. It's coming back. And we recently seen Baby Blue of Pretty Ricky. He got caught up in a $24 million
Scheme.
Pandemic relief scheme, and I think he got sentenced to
3 years, I think.
It was like 12 months, 16 months, something like that.
Oh.
I can look real quickly, but yeah, he got sentenced to that, and he has to do some restitution and things like that. So,
my thing is, the people that was running up for like millions, like, what the fuck they thought?
I mean, they were putting it under businesses that weren't credible. So I guess they thought that that was gonna help them, but they weren't doing it for 100, 2,000. They were doing it for millions, and I don't know where they thought they were going, but they thought they were going somewhere, and the Fed said,
And it's crazy. They're not even getting probation or nothing, bitch. You getting jail time, prison time. Like, we ain't fucking
Probably
on.
the only way you could probably avoid that if you just have a paper bag waiting for them to say, hey, y'all.
Yeah, I'll pay them back. Even if you pay them back, I don't think they like, hey, nah, fuck that. It's all about the principles.
You get that check, drop into your bank account, and within 2 weeks, you in a Lambo and all that type of stuff, and it just doesn't make any sense.
They ain't watching y'all.
It don't even make any sense. It don't make no sense at all.
Unless you got a dealership, nigga.
It don't make no sense. I'm putting the bricks and sticks all in the street.
Try to call
I'm
that,
paying
man.
everybody rent.
You finna out the year strong.
Perfect segue. Kodak Black got pardoned this year.
Yeah, he did.
Kodak Black, young nigga out of Pompano. Lime green jab, but I ain't slamming, but I'm Grammy though.
I'm telling you, a lot of y'all talking about how he treat his lawyer and shit. That lawyer got that nigga out of.
Call that boy Pops.
I call that nigga Pops too. The fuck? That man got that boy out of a lot of shit, my boy. That boy, bro, the man got pardoned by the president because of that nigga, bro. What are you talking about? Because of the relationship that he had with the president. Like, come on, bro.
And
Pops.
it's kind of like a blessing in disguise, so to speak, because the only reason why he was able to be pardoned because it was a federal case.
Yeah.
Presidents can only pardon federal cases.
Not
If it was on some regular state stuff, he was in the state jail, whatever, Kodak would probably still be in jail right now for all we know. So it's kind of like crazy how God works, the world works. Sometimes, you hear, oh, this man caught a Fed case. Yeah, he's probably still going to be sitting, but he was able to get pardoned because, connections and things like that. And, Kodak home. Came home making noise. He's been one of the most productive artists of 2021, putting out a lot of music. So I think I heard that he has an album coming in February. So definitely looking forward to that top of the year.
Earlier this year, I'm probably gonna be like, yeah, I ain't looking forward to it. But after the last couple of months, woo, Jesus Christ, that boy heated up, boy.
Yeah, so shout out to Kodak Black, got him pardoned, and yeah, man, that was very dope to see Kodak come back out, and hopefully, I see he just came out of his rehabilitation for his drug program, so hopefully he's able to just stay out of trouble.
Yep.
The music industry is better with Kodak out.
Yep.
It just feels different. It's a better vibe. It's a better vibe all around. So shout out to Kodak. Real beast, too quick. We still don't know who shot Meg. Wink, wink. Let's move on. Let's see.
Let me tell you something. When the verdict come out, I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna be back. I'm let it take its course. When the verdict come back, we come back. A whole episode just about that.
We don't know what happened.
Nah.
So
we gonna find out.
We still don't know what happened. Let's see here. Let's see.
And when we find out, we gonna find out. I want you to keep the same energy, motherfucker. Keep the same energy.
The way you talking is as if you already know.
Bro, y'all piss me the fuck off, bro. I hate y'all, bro. Damn, bro. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
By the way, shout out to Tory Lanez. This is worthy to talk about.
Yeah.
He has released some of the best music of
Don't worry
his
about
life.
it. No, we'll talk about it next episode.
No, I'm not going into detail. I'm just saying he is really some of the best music of his life, and
chaos.
And I think that's where they say like the best, art comes from.
Yeah.
Pain. Yeah, things like that. So shout out to him.
And fake pain too. That's what the best one comes from. Fake pain. Fucking losers.
Let's see. Where else do I want to take it? No limit to where I could take it.
Y'all really watered down movements. I'm gonna be honest with you. People really watered down movements. And when I mean y'all, I ain't talking about like the Jussie Smollett and stuff. I'm talking about y'all.
That's where we're going next, by the way.
Y'all watered down real movements that have real meaning behind it. Y'all making nothing. But go ahead.
I'm pretty good with these segues, if I do say myself.
Go ahead.
The baby canceling and uncanceling, that shook the world, the music world at least. The baby Rolling Loud earlier this year, probably back in April, May. Damn, year has flown by. Oh my gosh. He went ahead and said some things to where, and we already talked about it. You should know what the baby said already, and it came off as homophobic, transphobic, maybe whatever phobia and things like that. And he had to, humble himself to those that seem to hold the keys to this industry.
CEO of certain companies. Oh my God, that sounds crazy.
The CEO of LGBTQ, right?
Yeah, LGBTQ company.
They got a whole CEO. That's crazy. And I guess he speaks and for that demographic and things like that. And he was able to get uncanceled. I'm not gonna lie. Me saying that little part that kind of got me mad. I felt like a mad chill just went through my body but let's move on. And yeah, the baby was able to be uncanceled and able to go back to.
Dave Chappelle, man. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's what I was going to go into next.
Yeah,
yeah. So shout out to the baby, and I think that it's great that America, we're able to, make money easily, and
lose money just as easily.
I guess that's the not so great part, but yeah, let's move on. Dave Chappelle faced some of the same type of scrutiny that the baby faced, but Dave Chappelle said he wasn't going.
He got fucked up.
He said he wasn't going, and Netflix CEO said he wasn't going either, and doubled down and said, "Sorry to break it to you guys, but Dave isn't going anywhere, and neither is that special." And Dave Chappelle, he welcomed the platform because that's the type of guy Dave Chappelle is. He's open to conversation and things like that, but he said, "Y'all not gonna stronghold me." It's not happening. And I respect that, Dave Chappelle, and we as a community stood behind that.
I'm gonna say this real briefly. You know what I respect about the LGBTQ community? They get the job done.
Oh yeah.
But here's what I don't respect about y'all. What I don't respect about y'all is y'all really don't want equality. Y'all want to be the majority. And when I mean majority, I ain't talking about.
Yeah, no. They don't want equality. They want to be superior.
Superior. There we go.
Yeah.
Y'all want to be superior, bro. You know what equality means?
Y'all get the same bullshit everybody else get.
Same.
Y'all catch these jokes too. Y'all catch these jokes too.
Comedians make jokes about paraplegic people that's fighting the diseases.
I'll stop you right there. Dave Chappelle's wife, I believe, is Asian. And he makes tons of Asian jokes.
Matter of fact, he probably get Asian jokes from her. From shit that she
does the whole little face and the
voice.
And the voice, and he does. His wife is Asian. No,
20 plus years together. Probably 20 plus years married. I don't know. But it's like, y'all don't want equality. Y'all claim y'all want equality. I just want to be superior. But I do respect that y'all go and get what y'all want. I do feel like certain other movements, like the Black Lives Matter, I feel like if they adopted the same...
People could take notes from y'all.
Ferociousness and... Velocity?
Ferociousness.
And the V word. Yeah. If they would adopt the same methods as y'all, we would have been way further. So I respect that about y'all. And y'all right. But a lot of y'all be on that fuck shit. A lot of y'all. And I respect y'all. But I don't respect that. Yeah, go ahead.
Moving on. Like I'm saying, I'm segueing this thing just the way I want it.
Yeah.
Boosie and Lil Nas X, keeping it kind of in the same type of atmosphere. Y'all try to cancel Boosie until y'all realize that y'all there's nothing to really cancel.
Boosie don't make money off of y'all.
There's nothing to really cancel.
And the people that Boosie make money off of, they don't worry about what y'all got going on, bro. It's like, bro, it's okay. You gotta know who you can cancel. Dave Chappelle, you got a better chance to cancel Dave Chappelle, but you realize they don't give a fuck about what y'all got going on either. So
Yeah, Dave Chappelle, the same guy that walked away from millions and millions and millions of
He
dollars.
showed that he don't care about none of this shit. So
He
pick and choose your
he
battles.
showed that
wisely.
he's gonna be happy with 10 million or 80. You feel me? He said himself that the lifestyle isn't really that different. You feel me? Of course, you would have more money, but he can go wherever he want, eat wherever he want, live how he wants. So hey, you gotta respect that type of person. And Boosie,
you know the comedian Earthquake?
yeah,
He came out and said that the reason why Kevin Hart apologized for the same situation is because he don't have Dave Chappelle money. And what I think he really meant, because obviously Kevin Hart got way more money than Dave Chappelle, I think Dave Chappelle, the money that Dave Chappelle have is way more than enough for his lifestyle and how he lived his life. Being that he walked away for so much money, he built a life that's conducive to not having that much.
Mhm.
Well,
yeah,
put it into perspective. So him having, I don't know, 50, 60, 70, 80 million dollars and Kevin Hart having almost $500 million, it's two different type of things because Kevin Hart's trying to become a billionaire actively.
And his money right now is dependent on sponsors
A lot.
and to start all these new ventures that
he has.
You need startup money. You need investors. You
Yeah.
need backing, sponsors, and
Arenas
endorsements.
have to sponsor you. Arenas have to allow you to come perform there. Dave Chappelle had that shit in his backyard. The whole last year, he was having shows in his backyard. So I think that's what he really meant. Like, he lived a life where he don't really need that much money to be himself. So
So Boosie and Lil Nas X went back and forth after Boosie, condemning some of the speech and showing of Lil Nas X said in his words and music and videos and things of that nature. And Boosie felt very strongly about it. He spoke against it, and people tried to comfort him and things like that. And they quickly realized that can't happen. Boosie has admitted that he has had certain deals fall through the table because of that type of stuff, but it hasn't really hurt what they said, like the money you didn't make, you didn't lose.
Yeah.
So
you didn't really have it in the first place.
So he's getting these club shows, these hostings, these people paying him for promotion. He has his liquor, his cologne, his rap snacks. I think he started a sports agency this year. He released his movie, independent film. He has Young Blue signed. He has other artists. R.I.P. to Mo 3. He was in business with Mo 3. So it's a whole different world. Like word to Boosie, it's a whole other world outside of social media.
And I heard a lot of y'all saying that when the baby they came out and said the baby could perform again, whatever. And I was like, oh, you can't cancel. You can't cancel the real. You can't cancel the baby. Motherfucker, the baby was canceled, and the reason why the baby ended up coming back or was able to make some more money, they allow him to make money because he was apologizing to everybody that he could apologize to, putting out statements every week to make it clear. So if the baby didn't, people are talking about the Rolling Out shit, and people don't understand, like, the whole Rolling Out shit, they sponsor his tour because he came out and apologized for what he said. And if the baby would have said, like, you know what, I'm not doing it, they would have spent the narrative and made it seem like, oh, he's still against the community, whatever the case may be. So for all y'all saying the baby, oh, he'd go, he couldn't get canceled, all that shit, that's not true. He just did what he had to do. The man got family, he got kids.
Now, to be fair, he could have went on and still made money in hip hop.
Not the type of money he was making.
The type of money he was gonna make, and it comes back to like what we were saying about Dave Chappelle and Kevin Hart. When he's putting out these type of hits and things like that, because hip hop radio stations were still playing his music and things like that. Like that didn't go away. But when you're performing at Rolling Loud and festivals in the UK and festivals in California and all these different type of festivals that we may not know, but thousands and thousands and thousands of people go to, and millions of dollars of sponsorship is put into that. That's where a lot of your money is coming from. So going back to the club and picking up the $100,000 bag and $150,000 bag is not that attractive to where you're getting $300,000, $350,000 a show, maybe $1 million to perform. So that's the type of stuff, people got to play, the money game.
And this might be a hot take, but to be honest, bro, if the baby wasn't able to get those festivals and all that shit, The baby is hot. Like obviously he was super hot, and he probably still is. But he had crossed over.
Yeah.
So his music was resonated, I guess. But it's like it really resonated with the people on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're not getting that bad no more, I don't know, bro. I don't know if he was gonna be hot out there on the street. It's like Future. Future can play both sides if he wanted to. But if Future don't make money over here no more, he's still gonna be Future. Yeah. He's still gonna get $100,000 for features and all that shit. Mm-hmm. The baby wasn't. It wasn't that for the baby. The baby became a pop star to a sort. So it's like if the baby wasn't making money with festivals and these big labels and all that shit, he was. I don't know. I think it would have been almost a wrap for the baby.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's a take on it. Let's see.
Shout out to baby.
Yeah, shout out to the baby. I fuck with him. We still don't know who shot Meg. Wink. I think we already talked about that, right? We still don't know who shot. Let's go.
Talk about the Tory episode.
Let's go.
We might have a whole week just talking about the Tory, the Tory situation. I'm tired of y'all. I'm pretty sure you're gonna get to it.
We lastly talked about the baby. Oh, it's cancellations. That's why I wanted to go. This subject I pray for healing on all sides. Astroworld incident, Travis Scott still ongoing. I presume it will still definitely be a big topic in 2022 because it's not yet resolved. Travis Scott had the Astroworld about 2 months ago, probably 3 months ago at this time, and to where people were passing out, people died, people were trampled, and left with serious injuries, and Travis Scott and his team were called into question of caring about the safety and things like that of the people at that event, and he has since sat down with Charlemagne, talked about the process and things like that, and show his remorse of things going the way it did. And it's just a very unfortunate incident. I'm not one of those people that ever felt the need to crucify or throw stones at Travis Scott. And I just, like I said, I hope for healing on him as an individual, having all that weight on you. You know, at the end of the day, he has loved ones. He has a daughter, and he has a career. Where his career goes from here, being at the superstar. We're talking about somebody who was at the pinnacle of this music stuff. Just got the McDonald's deal earlier this year. You know, they've been collabing with a lot of.
Even though it was trash.
A lot of our stars McDonald's has. So it'll be interesting to see, man. And of course, the families that have been affected by this, hopefully they get healing and things like that. And, you know, they're mourning their lost ones or recovering from injury. So if you have anything you want to touch on that regard to
not really just to show, but it's just like, it's why you never get too high, you never get too low, man.
Yeah.
When you get so high, the only place you can go from there is down, bro. You get too low, the top gonna feel so much further. So I'll stay left like in the middle ground, and keep working until you get where you feel comfortable. But yeah, man, it's a tough situation for him and everybody that lost their life and the families of those who was hurting. But yeah, man, hopefully everything get rectified. I mean, it can't get rectified for them because they lost loved ones, but you know.
Yeah, most definitely. Like I said, I definitely know we're gonna hear more and more stuff coming out in 2022 because there's a investigation still heavy underway. So you know, let's see what happens in regards to that. Let's see here.
Okay, get to the Jussie Smollett shit, man. Hurry up. I thought you was gonna get to it already. I mean, I know it's later in the year, but
you wanted to talk about
that?
Yeah,
I do.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't want to talk about that.
Yeah, I do. But that's gonna go back to my last statement, how I be watering our movements and shit.
Yeah, I didn't want to talk about
Dave Chappelle said it the best. Black people did show support when we heard this shit about not saying that. We know that motherfucker was lying from the jump. Who the fuck walked around with a noose in Chicago? Come on, bro. I'm like, bro, in downtown Chicago, he not in the hood, not going who nooses and shit, but a noose, they were just waiting for you. Like, man, I knew that nigga was lying from the jump, and that nigga gonna say he the gay Tupac. Come on, bro.
That's when it started looking bad for him. I ain't gonna lie. When he said the gay Tupac.
Come on, bro.
He said me gay Tupac.
Damn, bro. He utilized a movement that he knew was gonna get outraged to feed his agenda, whatever his agenda was. Me and my nigga getting tugged and tugged by the same niggas that put a little noose on him. And then when the cops came, he still had the noose around his neck. That's another thing too. I was like, yeah, this nigga clearly lying. That's all I had to say.
Yeah.
Hey, Jesse, you're done for Jack.
And I think he's facing about 16 months.
Bro, he ain't gonna do no time.
I don't think so.
He might have to pay like a hefty fine, like for all the investigation and all that shit they did.
Bro, that was a national incident, bro.
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
That was a national incident. Spanned over damn near a year and a half.
That's a wrap for you, buddy.
So, yeah, I didn't want to talk about it because I was just over that whole situation.
We definitely gonna talk about that story though. That's for sure. We'll be back.
Let's see.
We will be back.
Kanye West. Kanye West has made plenty of headlines. I'm talking about monthly, weekly. He's in the news for something else. Starting from the top of the year. Let's see. He ranted. Huh?
Leech.
Huh?
At 3:00 in the morning. Shut up, please.
Still talking about that. Kanye West, after losing his presidency, run.
Did he really lose?
He ran.
You can't lose something that you never had.
I guess.
But Joe Biden, you wanted a Jack. Go ahead.
He ranted, I believe, several times against his wife and others earlier in the year, to where they checked him into facilities and things like that for his mental health. At that point, we started hearing rumblings about potential possible divorce between him and Kim. To where we'll get to, did eventually ended up happening. They're going through that right now. And then from there, I guess, somewhat getting back right mentally, he started working and finishing up his project Donda. That was highly anticipated. Had a slew of features on there and things of that nature. And into that, he had 4 big festive listening parties that never seen before. We never seen a rollout like that before. So shouts out to Kanye on that front. The innovator, the things that he was doing in regards to that album. But through the whole midst of that, his beef with Drake got flamed back up. A lot of posting, pettiness on both sides, diss tracks and shots being fired, and Donda dropped. Donda was a to me at least a great listen, good listen. It got announced that Kim and Kanye has filed for divorce, or whoever filed for divorce, they're going through divorce right now. He's quote unquote doesn't want to get divorced. He's fighting for his family. Kim K has other plans. It seems like she's out with
Kanye funny.
Pete Chicken Bone Davidson. I don't know why. I don't know why his middle name is Chicken Bone. Don't ask me, but something going on.
Shout out to Pete's father, man.
Huh?
Shout out to his father.
Let's move on. Yeah, Kim has other plans. She seems to be moving forward. She just passed the bar. So shout out to Kim.
The mini bar, whatever that means.
It's the mini bar?
Yeah, I didn't know there was a difference. I guess like the mini bar before the big bar.
So she didn't pass the bar?
No, she did. She passed the mini bar. Like, it's pretty much like the prep. She kept failing the prep. Now she passed. For some reason, I feel like she would be a great lawyer. I don't know why, but shout out her though.
Oh, okay. I mean, that makes sense. I mean, I just knew she kept failing the test.
Yeah.
And I thought it was
the mini bar.
I thought it was the bar. But and then I found out she passed, and I'm like, well, that's great. But
when I seen the mini bar, I thought that was like a short name for like the full name for the bar exam. Mm-hmm. They're like, no, it's the bar before the big bar.
Okay, well, shout out to Kim. That's still something, and she has a lot going on in her life. So to be able to pass that test, that's a huge accomplishment. Shouts out to her. But yeah, so Kanye's going through divorce. Most recently, him and Drake seems to have put their problems aside. They threw that benefit concert in the name of prison reform, and
She free yet? Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I didn't even finish
Go ahead,
what I
go
was
ahead.
gonna say.
I'm
And
I just wanted to make sure he was free.
spreading awareness of freeing Larry Hoover. That was a great night for Kanye.
Yeah, for Kanye. Yeah, it was. Great. Got what he fucking wanted. Don't worry, we're gonna talk about it next week. Don't worry about it.
That was a great night for Kanye. Kanye did a lot of his classics, had a great performance. Drake was
Baby bar. That's what it's called, a baby bar, not the mini bar. It's baby bar.
okay. Drake was a special guest. Drake had a solid showing, but it was just a great night. They came together, did something nice, and yeah. But yeah, I think that's basically all. Oh, Kanye had one of the great interviews for Drink Champs. Great interview from Drink Champs. He talked about a lot of different stuff. Oh, him and JC had also reconciled. They're back cool. They're back good. You know, whatever
we
good.
Knew we knew that from the out.
Yeah, whatever good is with them. He threw some stones at Big Sean. Big Sean responded with another solid interview from Drink Champs.
Shout out to Drink Champs too.
Yeah, had a great year this year.
No, if you just know, learn to shut the fuck up a little bit more. Great platform. Great platform regardless, but shut up a little bit. Let them talk.
We love you, Nori.
Not facts.
But yeah, so shout out to them. So I think it's all the news with Kanye this year. But like I said, him and Kim are going through a divorce. And speaking of divorce, Mega, I have to admit, not that I was planning on getting anytime soon, but this year has kind of, made me definitely, put marriage in the back of my mind. Not that I was planning on like anytime soon, really. I'm 23. I mean, hello. But this year with Kanye and Kim, we have seen Jeff Bezos, one of the world's richest men, get divorced. Bill Gates get divorced.
Another one of the world's richest men.
And if you want to count Kanye, he's apparently a billionaire too. So that'd be 3 billionaires.
Dr. Dre finalized.
Dr. Dre, billionaire. Damn.
You know one thing I'm gonna say though,
4 billionaires.
and I'm gonna take the lady side on this. Sometimes when you're a billionaire, you could give a girl anything she ever wanted in life.
You're not giving her substance.
You forget the small things.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I feel like the small things are overrated, but obviously it's not overrated. Sometimes instead of getting her a purse for not being there, just try to be there and stuff. But when you're a billionaire, you're working on so much different shit to provide not to provide, because you provide a lot for yourself.
Yeah, it's already provided.
Huh?
The lifestyle is already provided.
It's already provided. It's like, but it's like, bro, you gotta understand like what the fuck I do for life. Like, for example, right? Jeff Bezos is life right now. If you think about it, like Jeff Bezos touched every aspect of life right now. Anything you could buy, Jeff Bezos probably has something to do with it. Elon Musk, he ain't going through a divorce. I don't. Is he married?
I'm not sure.
He's not.
I think he is.
But Elon Musk,
He's
right?
married.
Like, this man is like one of the biggest people in the world ever. Besides life itself, is probably Elon Musk and boys. But it's like, bro, you gotta understand the type of person you're dealing with. It's like they can't be around all the time. But I do understand, sometimes you want a long time. Sometimes I just want to be with my husband. Sometimes I just want to be around and not have to worry about the lavish stuff. And you could give me the $1 billion purse if I wanted it, but I don't want that. I just want to have the dinner with my husband and shit like that. So I get it. But all that really means is that you can't make a bitch happy. I'm sorry, you can't make a woman happy.
You know what I'm thinking though?
Bitch happy.
I'm thinking that
Woman happy.
I'm pretty sure people like, and I'm gonna use Jeff Bezos because I guess he seems more hip in a sense than Bill Gates, right?
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure Jeff Bezos has given his wife everything,
Literally.
right?
And half the empire.
But you have to wonder though, is giving everything, and I mean everything, the wrong thing to do? Because once you give everything,
There's nowhere else to go, man. Bro, but she married a teacher, bro. Or she's dating a teacher.
I'm pretty sure that teacher's more interesting than Jeff Bezos to her at this time. Because she's a billionaire, not herself.
Yeah, she's one of the richest women. Well, I think she's the richest woman in America.
Yeah. And
In
if
the
she
world.
if she already wasn't a billionaire before, because she might have been, she got her net worth increased.
Like 60 billion right now.
So yeah. So yeah, you have to wonder, like, you giving your wife everything, y'all already done it. Like, y'all already literally done it. Like,
There's nothing else. Like, oh, another Bugatti, like, oh, or another yacht. Okay, ooh, another yacht for my birthday. Like, it's nothing. There's nowhere you can go.
but
from there.
I mean, it depends on the type of person you have. 'Cause I'm not saying she's materialistic, but if she is materialistic,
You seen her? Like, you ever seen a picture of her?
I mean, I think so, but it's not ringing a bell right now. Why?
She seemed a little materialistic. Based on the way she carries herself.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you're materialistic. You look nice, but
Yeah, and there's people that's materialistic as far as, you know, that's all they care about. And there's people that's materialistic to where, you know, they enjoy, like, gifts. Like, gifts make them happy. You feel me?
that's their love language.
That's their love language, so to speak. So, you know, it's like, you know, maybe the effort of him, you know, went out. Maybe his gift ended up becoming, let me give you $1 million for your birthday or some shit. I don't know. But, you know, it does definitely show money can't keep women. Well, at least some. You know. Or you can only keep them for so long with money, I guess.
That's not money. Money can't keep women.
Because, I mean, shit. It's not,
money can't keep women.
It's not like her getting a divorce hurt her in any type of way.
Yeah,
It probably gave her more access to wealth.
Definitely.
Who knew how much money she had access to with his money before that?
And then on top of that, bro, you see
And
Leonardo?
she got recurring money because I think she got some stakes in Amazon.
Yeah, I think that's part of the divorce,
Yeah.
the riches. But you see the Leo and Elon Musk shit, Leonardo DiCaprio.
You mean Jeff Bezos?
I mean,
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Jeff Bezos. That's crazy. Maybe Jeff Bezos he just ain't got it like that. Bro.
Don't leave your girl around me. True players
Maybe
for
he
real.
just ain't got it like that. Maybe he
real.
don't got the sauce like that. Maybe that's what it is. Like, bro, that girl's going like googly eyes. Like,
But it's like that nigga like worried about going to space. I mean, he probably just wants some eye candy.
You shouldn't be worried about like a girlfriend or like a wife right now, bro. Like, you're Jeff Bezos. But then again, you have to move smart when you're Jeff Bezos. Because a bitch might try to trap you. I mean, a woman might try to trap you. So it's probably best to have a girl that you can trust. But it's like, damn.
How much? Okay. Imaginary game, because we gotta move on.
Sure.
How much do you care about getting trapped if you're Jeff Bezos?
You got a point. This is like some rape case or some shit.
Because you gotta think,
But it could be
if you're not married to her, she can only take so much money away from you. What, child support gonna be what, $70,000 a month?
Nah, like you Jeff Bezos, your child support might be like $1 million a month.
It's not gonna be $1 million a month.
I don't know, bro.
It might be $100,000 a month.
There's people paying like 80, 90 bands a month for child support, bro.
Okay, it might be $200,000 a month.
I don't know how true this was, but Griffin was paying $250 a month.
It might be $400,000 a month.
No, Jeff Bezos got 100,000%.
Okay, let's say if it is $1 million a month, nigga.
And that might be lowballing it, bro. That might be lowballing it. Bro, the richest man on the planet right now, bro. $1 million a month is $12 million a year.
Let's say if it is $4 million a month, nigga. And that's ridiculous. And if that was to ever happen, the judge and all parties involved should be ashamed of themselves. But let's say it is $4 million
That's
a month.
48 million, what, 48? What it is?
$48 million a year.
A year for a baby? I ain't gonna lie. If I'm Jeff Bezos, I'll just have to hit, man. Like one of the good ones, though. Like one of the good ones.
Who did I see recently
Like
that
Jack Bauer or some shit.
I seen somebody recently that it was somebody like overseas, some Mexican person that their wife ended up getting like a huge amount of money, and they said, oh, what this lady has got, what, you know, Jeff Bezos' wife held in comparison, something like that. And I'm just like, you mean to me you have all that money to give to her, but you couldn't afford it, like a hitman or something like that? Like
a good one too, like one of the good ones. Like,
bro,
like you ain't gonna find them ever. No
bro,
trace, no bullets.
Y'all watch True Story?
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro. But anyways,
I don't condone hitman like that. I don't.
Nah,
I don't.
We're a podcast of peace.
Yeah, but sometimes some
And
things you
prosperity.
understand.
And,
$48 million a year for a baby that can't even talk.
Hypothetically.
Hypothetically, is but it'd definitely be like $1 million, $2 million, unless Jeff Bezos played the lawyer off.
So how much do you care about getting trapped if you're Jeff Bezos?
I don't think you really care.
NBA boy got like 8 kids.
Yeah, I don't think you really care if Jeff Bezos. Like,
Nick Cannon running around, that many kids.
when I say trap, I don't really too much thinking about kids. I was thinking more like allegations and just sleeping with random women and shit.
Yeah.
But even then, like, if bitch, I want $3 billion to make this shit go away. Yeah. If you Jeff Bezos, you might want to make this shit go away.
Got you.
You feel me? So
most recently, we've seen Megan Good and Devon Franklin.
Then I'll probably hire Hitman.
Get divorced.
Regardless.
So
not me personally, Jeff Bezos.
After about 8 years of marriage, but even though they're not billionaires, they're millionaires, things like that. Just hey, like I said, this year isn't the biggest confidence, but granted, you shouldn't live or pattern your life after social media. I'm just saying in general, not the biggest endorsement. Speaking of trappings and whatsoever, Nick Cannon has added to his portfolio. He got new baby mamas. He now has 7 kids. I'll speak lightly on this subject, being that his 7th kid, Zen, recently passed away.
Don't you got 2 sets of twins?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I think with Mariah he has fraternal, and then with another person he has 2 more. I don't know if they're fraternal identical, but he has 2 more.
Twins definitely running his family.
Yeah, so yeah, we send our condolences towards his 7th child Zen, who passed away, but he still has 6 kids. He did a whole explanation to where I still don't know what he was talking about to this day. Yeah, and he basically said that he doesn't want to get confined to the social constructs of just being with one woman. He feels like if he just sees a female that he likes and she's good head on her shoulders, he feels like it's his right to want to have a baby with her.
Yeah. In layman's terms, he just want to fuck around, bro.
Yeah, that's how it is.
And I respect it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ain't no woman coming out saying you a deadbeat or you
not at all
a fuck nigga or anything like that, bro. Just say I just like fucking around. It's straight.
Not at all. So yeah, shout out to Nick, man. Something I wanted to throw out there. Let's see. I think we're getting towards the end here. BMF series. 50 Cent has made a lot of noise this year, most notably with the new BMF series and Power Book 2 and 3, Raising Kanan and things like that. So yeah, shout out to 50 Cent, man. He's been killing it. The BMF series is a very entertaining series. Had a chance to watch that over the Thanksgiving holiday break. And, that was great, man. So I wanted to shout that out. Shout out Little Meech.
I'm interested to see how season 2 unravels.
Yeah, and especially with, doing some research on the BMF history as well. Things weren't as tight-knit together as season 1, always was. So it's going to be interesting to see with that. Going into, I guess you could say, like, the somber moments of this wrap-up. We lost a few people this year, man. Young Dolph most recently passed, along with Drakeo the Ruler. 2 pillars of the community, Drakeo the Ruler up in the Bay Area, was known for his innovative flows and bringing that West Coast style back up to the forefront. Didn't really get a chance to break through mainstream all the way, but one would say he was definitely knocking on the doors and things like that. And Young Dolph in Memphis, a huge staple in his game in hip hop for years. Like I said, when he died, some of these songs that he's made will be played in the club for years and years to come. That's the type of impact he had on hip hop culture. So RIP to both of those guys. DMX early this year. DMX, the dog, the legend, passed early this year as well. I think it was from a drug overdose, if I remember correctly. So sad to see him go like that, but his impact was shown after his death, and we were able to celebrate him with his versus battle versus Snoop Dogg. So I mean, Michael K. Williams as well, from one of my favorite shows of all time, The Wire, Omar from The Wire, and Michael K. also, who was the executive producer of Snow on the Bluff, which is a hood cult classic. So a lot of his art he left us with, and it's sad to see him go. After being a part of my life, the last few years on a monthly basis, with the art that he's put out into the world. So R.P. to Michael K. Williams. Let's see, Biz Markie as well. Another staple in hip hop. Over the years, passed away as well. A lot of unexpected death. I mean, death in general is just unexpected, right? But just stuff stuff we weren't expecting at all. Demaryius Thomas, Pro Bowl, All Pro, wide receiver, formerly of the Denver Broncos, most notably. They said he was in a car crash in 2019. Since then, was battling seizures to the point to where he moved his family around him because he didn't feel comfortable living alone. To where it seemed that he had a seizure while in the shower and passed. So there's a talented guy who seemingly his career got cut too short and his life got cut too short. So R.I.P. to all those guys.
32 years old, right? 33? 32?
Yeah, about 30, about 33, I think. So R.I.P. to those men, and yeah, man, I think we've done pretty much covered everything on the list here. Yeah, it's been a long 2021.
This is kind of a side note, but
yeah.
Nigga OJ said he's scared to go outside of LA because he's scared
OJ Simpson, man.
He might run into his wife killer. This nigga OJ is a sick man, bro. Nigga, you been running into your wife killer for the last 25 years, bro.
I didn't really want to talk about this just because I'm tired of talking about these type of things, even though they do got to be talked about. Derek Chauvin got found guilty, so good riddance to him. Yesterday, I believe the female cop who whatever happened, whether she thought she had a taser in her hand or whatever, she got charged with manslaughter. So
you seen her in the mugshot?
No, I didn't.
Smiling. I think the bitch was in court crying and shit.
Real? Yeah, I mean, I'm just kind of exhausted talking about that type of stuff, but yeah, man. Rittenhouse doing the world. That's bizarre.
Somebody off that boy. Be honest with you.
That boy doing a world tour, coming out to stadiums of people. America's a sick country. Like I said, it's so easy to become rich. He's probably a millionaire right now. Who knows? And was he on Joe Rogan?
No, he was on.
He was on Joe Rogan. I take it back. No. He was on some other podcasts, things like that.
I want to say the Steve-O podcast. I may be wrong. I think it's the Steve-O podcast he was on.
Yeah, and it's kind of crazy. People are giving him a platform. But I mean, in the words of Charleston White, it's not. That's a new mugshot. Wow.
After she got found guilty.
In the words of Charleston White, that's not our business anyway.
What?
Kyle Rittenhouse.
Oh no, that's not really. Yeah.
But it's just crazy to see how
it's not
he's being paraded around.
The fact that it's like keep equality, bro.
Yeah, he's being paraded around and stuff like that. Prayers go out to that young man who got convicted to the 110 years for killing those people in the in that truck incident. He seemed like he'll be getting an appeal soon.
Yeah,
and seeing his face in court after getting that sentencing is saddening. But yeah, I mean we pretty much covered
10 years
what we wanted to cover.
But the reason why he got 110 years, and I don't remember the exact. It was some type of law that they have in that state.
Yeah, when it comes to negligence.
He had to get the minimum sentence. Like the judge had was kind of tied.
Yeah, I mean the maximum sentence.
No, I don't think it was the maximum.
110 years in the minimum?
It was something like the minimum. That's the least he could get.
Damn.
Yeah. I don't think it was the maximum because it was like the judge hand was tied. Like he couldn't even move around based off that particular law or some shit.
Wow. Okay. And yeah. And you had the Henry Ruggs incident, things like that, but this other stuff, I just hope everybody, took lessons from 2021. There's a lot that happened this year. Kind of piggyback off of 2020, just a lot of loss, but also a lot of lessons. A lot of stuff happened. You could have made a lot of money this year. 2022 looks very promising in that as well. And let's just end the year off strong as a whole. Christmas is coming. New Year's is coming. You guys stay safe, stay out the way. Whether you want to get vaccinated or not, just try to wear your mask, man. Be respectful of your family. That they don't want to get sick. You don't want to get sick. You don't want to get them sick. You want to stay healthy. I've been hearing, some people close to me have gotten corona recently, and it's not sounding good as far as just the symptoms. They're not thankfully dredged down bad, but just do what you got to do, man. And hopefully 2022 is a great year for all of us. And yeah, man, you want to say a few things before we go off?
You kind of said it all. Just stay safe. We got a couple of days left. Try to stay COVID free, STD free. You know what I'm saying?
And also, we have our end of the year music review, so that's coming too, and a lot more content coming. As you follow me on IG, you may have heard that I'll be putting out a new show. We'll be putting out a new show, I should say. Vibing with it. That'll be coming soon. So we're working and vibe with your boys as a whole. 2022 will be a flow like you never seen before. The work ethic and everything is gonna be insane, crazy, and that's just what it is, what it's gonna be, man. So hopefully you guys will be getting to it as well. And that's it, man. It's Kyle the Kid, Mega the Boy, Vibe with Your Boys podcast. Yes, sir.
Get it!
Let's get it.